Okay, so building up from our previous session where we installed GitHub and configured our environment so that it's ready for our Laravel development. So in this session, we are going to create our first Laravel project, and I'm going to explain to you the structure of Laravel, the folder structure of Laravel. Okay, so now to do that, where you are on your desktop, you can just click Windows R. So now we want to open the terminal. Okay, you click Windows R and this window shall appear, and inside here you need to type cmd, enter. The terminal should appear. Okay, so remember, currently we are in the dev users folder. Okay, so we need to be in the desktop. That's where we're going to create our first Laravel project. So to do that, we're going to say cd for change directory and type des and hit tab. Okay, this will take us where? To the desktop, right? To the desktop directory, which is where all of these files are. And a simpler way to do all of this is you can go to your file explorer, onto your desktop, and on this address bar you can just type cmd, right, which will open the terminal where? On the desktop directory. Okay, good. Now with that out of the way, sorry, we can then go ahead and create our first Laravel project. Right now you need to make sure that Composer is installed. Okay, so we're going to say Composer create Laravel / Laravel space name of the project. Okay, you can give your project any kind of name depending on what you are doing. It can be an e-commerce website, a blog website, a corporate website, whatever the case may be. You can give it any kind of name you want. All right, so for the sake of this tutorial, we are going to call it e-commerce website. Okay, e-commerce website. All right, now remember, the name of the project should not have any spaces in between. Hence I put what? The dash in between e-commerce and website. Okay, there should not be a space in between, right? So but to make things simple, we'll just call it what? E-commerce. Okay, now another thing that you need to make sure of, you need to make sure that you are connected to the internet. Okay, otherwise this won't work because it requires internet connection. Then you hit enter. This command will download Laravel and create you your Laravel project. Creating Laravel project at e-commerce inside the e-commerce folder, which is the one that just popped up right here. Okay, let it download everything. This will take about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, depending on your internet speed. Okay, it will do this and then it will download. So let me just fast forward to the end. Okay, now that the process is done, you will see that here it created your Laravel project in the e-commerce directory, which is this one. Okay, and it downloaded everything and installed everything. Okay, so now and it also ran the application key and the migrations. Okay, good. So now let us open our e-commerce folder. Okay, so I'm going to say cd space e-commerce, right? E-commerce. cd means change directory from the desktop to this one, to the desktop inside the e-commerce website. Okay, enter. So now we are inside the what? The e-commerce directory. Okay, we're inside there. Let me just type cls to clear everything that's in here. Okay, good. So now we can just open our e-commerce website so that I explain to you the folder structure of Laravel. Right, so first is the app folder. Okay, the app directory. inside this app directory, you'll find the HTTP models and providers, right? What does this directory do? Okay, so in this presentation, we said that the app folder contains website control files. Okay, so meaning that the HTTP holds what? The controllers of the website, okay, the models and the providers of the website, right, which direct the website what to do. All the functionalities of the website are stored inside here. Okay, then we have the database folder. Okay, so the database folder contains SQLite file and database migration files. Okay, so everything that you need to communicate with the database is inside this database folder. As you can see, the database.sqlite folder and the migrations folder, right, where there's the users table, the Kirk tables, and the job table. Okay, next we have the public folder. This public folder will hold all of your CSS, your JavaScript, your image assets, everything that you need for your website will be stored where? In the public directory. Okay, and the resources inside the views, this is where you will find your page files. I mean your website files, your website pages. Okay, in typical websites, I'm referring to your index.html, your contacts.html, your about us.html. They are all inside the resources views directory. Okay, good. Now we have the routes, which contains what? The web.php. The web.php actually contains the web.php file, which gives direction of the project, right? When you click a certain link, it takes you to that certain link, or it takes you to that certain page. That's all done in the web.php file. Okay, and lastly we have the storage. All right, the storage, which is this one. Okay, this one stores all the media that will be uploaded from your website. It's all stored inside this directory, this folder, right? If a user uploads a picture, it gets stored in here. A video gets stored in here. Audio gets stored in there, right? And then in the next video, I want us to talk about the .env file. Okay, the .env file. What's so important about this .env file, and why is it relevant in Laravel? Okay, but first we need to finish the installation of the Laravel packages, right? We just created the website, but there are dependencies that we need to install. Okay, so first we need to say, go back to our terminal and type npm install, right? Npm install. This will install all the node dependencies, right? All the node modules. After running this code, you will notice that on our website, a node modules folder will appear somewhere around here. Okay, so let's click enter. Also make sure you have internet access, right? Enter. It will download all of the dependencies, and the node modules folder will appear right there. Let me fast forward this to the end after the download is finished. Okay, that's done, and the node modules folder is there. All right, now everything should be okay, and then we can then proceed to the next video where I will be explaining the .env file.